The night was cold on the human colony of Ariston Prime. The streets were quiet. The air smelled of metal and rain. Most people were inside, hiding from the sharp wind that carried dust from the factories. James Rourke walked alone, his hands in his coat pockets. He was a retired soldier, now living a quiet life far away from war. His boots echoed on the wet road as he made his way back to his small apartment. High above him, in the shadows of the rooftops, another set of eyes was watching. Zira Valen, the most feared assassin of the Varelian race, crouched low, her dark armor blending with the night. Her mission was clear: find the human named James Rourke and kill him before sunrise. Her claws gripped the edge of the roof as she followed him silently. She had killed many before, and tonight was supposed to be just another job. But then, something unexpected happened. James stopped in a narrow alley after hearing a faint cry. There, under a broken crate, a small alien child was shivering, one arm bleeding. Without hesitation, James knelt, pulling a medkit from his coat. His voice was calm, his hands careful as he patched the child's wound. From above, Zira froze. Her orders were to kill him quickly and without thought. Yet she found herself staring, confused. Why was a human helping a Varelian child? Her training told her humans were cruel, dangerous, and without mercy. But the man below looked nothing like the monster she had imagined. Rain began to fall, tapping against her armor. She could end his life now with a single shot. Her finger hovered over the trigger, but instead of firing, she whispered to herself, "Why? Is he helping one of my kind?" And in that single moment, the mission started to change. Zira stayed hidden in the shadows. Her eyes locked on the human below. The rain ran down her helmet, blurring her vision, but she didn't move. She had been trained since childhood to never hesitate, never question. But now for the first time, she felt something strange: doubt. She followed James from rooftop to rooftop as he carried the small alien child to a safe shelter. Her claws made no sound on the metal beams, her breathing slow and controlled. She remembered her handler's words before leaving the ship. Humans are the enemy. They kill without mercy. Do not speak to them. Do not hesitate. Yet here was one, offering kindness to her kind. James entered his apartment, the warm yellow light spilling into the wet street. Zira perched across from his window, watching as he took off his coat and began repairing the small medical drone. His hands moved with skill, his face calm, almost peaceful. The image burned into her mind, breaking everything she had been told. Her comlink crackled to life in her ear. "Report," her handler's voice demanded. Cold and sharp, Zira's throat tightened. "Target is moving," she lied. She knew the punishment for hesitation: death. James suddenly paused, his eyes narrowing. He stepped to the window, scanning the dark street. For a moment, his gaze swept right past her hiding place. Zira felt her pulse quicken. He knew someone was watching. She retreated deeper into the shadows, but James was already moving. He slipped into the street, his boots splashing in the puddles. The hunter had become the hunted. Zira leapt from the rooftop, landing silently behind a row of cargo crates. She could strike now, end it, complete her mission. But when James appeared, his voice was steady, his eyes locked on hers. "If you wanted me dead," he said, "I'd be on the ground already. So why are you here?" Her grip on the weapon tightened, but the words refused to come. The air between them was heavy. Rain dripped from the edges of the crates, each drop loud in the silence. Zira kept her weapon ready, but James didn't flinch. He looked at her the way a soldier looks at an unknown threat: calm, steady, unafraid. Finally, She spoke, her voice low and edged with steel. "I was sent to kill you," she said. James didn't move, only raised an eyebrow. "Any reason for that, or do I just have a face you don't like?" Her eyes narrowed behind her visor. "They told me you slaughtered my people. The Varelian outpost on Carthus 7, no survivors." James' jaw tightened, but not in guilt and anger. "That's a lie," he said. "I was there. But I saved them." She hesitated, unsure if this was some human trick. "Why would you save us?" she asked. "Because not everyone in a war is the enemy," James replied, his voice firm. "I carried your wounded to safety while my own men bled out. I stayed behind so your civilians could escape." Images flickered in Zyra's mind, her mother speaking of that day, of survivors rescued by an unknown soldier. Could it have been him? Before she could ask more, her comlink crackled again. "Valen, report now. You've been silent too long." Her handler's voice snapped. She didn't answer. "Your signal is locked. Another operative is en route to complete the mission." The voice continued. Her stomach sank. If the second assassin found them, both she and James would be dead. James stepped closer, his voice dropping. "If they're coming for you, they're coming for me too." She looked at him, seeing not an enemy but an ally she didn't ask for. The sound of a distant ship landing echoed through the night. The real danger had just arrived. The night split open with the roar of an incoming dropship. Its shadow swept over the street as it descended, engines glowing red through the mist. Zara's instincts screamed at her to run, but her feet stayed rooted. She knew who was coming, and she knew they wouldn't miss. James grabbed a rifle from inside his apartment and tossed her a small energy blade. "You'll need this," he said. Zara caught it, her grip tight, her heart pounding. In the distance, the second assassin emerged from the steam taller, faster, armored in black plates that shimmered like liquid. No words were spoken. The enemy lunged, closing the gap in seconds. James fired, the muzzle flash lighting up the rain. Zara moved like lightning, her blade slicing through the air, meeting the assassin's strike with a burst of sparks. The fight was brutal and fast. Energy bolts scorched the walls, neon signs shattered, metal crates toppled. James fought with precision, his soldiers' training showing in every shot. Zara matched him, her alien agility weaving between attacks, striking with deadly speed. But the assassin was relentless. A blade slashed toward James. Zara saw it, and without thinking, stepped into its path. Pain exploded in her side as the weapon cut deep, glowing Varelian blood splashing onto the ground. With a roar, James tackled the assassin, driving him into a wall and firing point blank until the body went still. James turned to Zara, catching her before she fell. "You're hurt," he said, his voice tense. She pulled the assassin crest from her armor and dropped it at his feet. "They lied to me. But you showed me the truth," she whispered, her breath uneven. "My life is yours now, human." James looked into her eyes. "Then stay alive," he said, tightening the bandage around her wound. "Because the war isn't over yet." The rain kept falling, washing away the blood, but not the promise they had made.